Hello everyone, I can see you all joining. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. Let's wait till 12. Let's see how many people join us and let's start our session. Hello everyone. Hello. Alright guys, I guess it's 12. So we'll do one thing. Why not you all just start off by letting me know where you're from. Maybe you can let me know that. It'll be a good start for me. Can you guys hear me? Is my voice audible to you guys? Can you guys hear me? That's nice to know, Jay. You're coming from India and you're coming to Paris this September. Great. That's good. And Sharon, okay, that's good. You're also from India. That's nice to know. Let me know, guys, where you're coming from and do let me know if there's any updates so far. In the meantime, we'll just wait for people to join as well. Levin Joes, where you from? Oh, that's nice to hear, Deepak. You're from Kerala. That's good to hear. All right, guys. So since we got few people in our meeting right now, so I would like to. The main reason I'm conducting this session is because sometimes it's a little difficult for us to type down our messages and get to know answers for them. So I thought let's have a live discussion over here. Why not you ask me your questions right now, and I'm going to be very honest with you with whatever answer I know. I'll help you out. Maybe it might help you guys as well. You can post your questions, guys. I'll try to take them up. So Sharon has asked, is it hard to find part-time job there? So Sharon, first I want to ask, like, when are you going to come to Paris, by the way? I mean, when are you going to come to France, by the way? I also see Levin has posted another question. I'll come to yours, Levin. Let me finish up with Sharon's question and I'll get back to your question. So, all right. Um, Sharon, I'll answer your question. Is it hard to find a part-time job there? So, I'm just assuming that you're coming to France as a student. I'm planning to come this September. Okay, perfect. So, very important thing is like part-time. Initially, for the first 2 months, we will not have time to think about part-time because like you'll have a lot of appointments and getting all your documents, bank accounts, and you will have to apply for a lot of other important criteria. So initially, it will be a little difficult. But yes, when it comes to part-time, let's talk about working in restaurants or let's talk about working in other public areas. The very important thing that people will ask for is French. At least 90% of the places people will say that. Let's take an example. I went to McDonald's the very second month when I came. I went to McDonald's and I asked them. So they told me that, everything is good about you, but how will you manage with customers who are coming and asking? So then I said, I'm learning a little bit of French as well. So they were hesitant initially and then they offered me the job for 1 month, but then I couldn't manage it properly. But yeah, to be honest, the truth is French is mandatory for part-time. Now, without French, is there an option for part-time? Yes, there is. It's a very beautiful thing that is called, I guess you people would be aware of babysitting and English teaching at the same time. So there are certain applications. Let's take an example. I'll tell you a notable one. It's spelled as MOMJI, MOMJI. So what they do is they hire students like us. And guys, that is the highest paying part-time job. That is the highest paying part-time job. So they will take you guys for like maybe 4 hours a week or 5 hours a week. Like it can be like 1 hour per day in the weekdays, or they will decide the schedule and you have to go to their house. They'll have kids who are like from the age group of 3 to 15, any age group. You have to take care of them, maybe like bring them from school and all this kind of stuff and teach them basic English from your knowledge. So they pay up to like almost 14 euros per hour. It's the starting and it goes up to 24 euros per hour. So it's a nice way to make money. So I hope I answered your question, Sharon. Do let me know if you have more questions. Let me just check out more questions. I'm sorry guys, I could see a lot of questions. So I'll take one by one. So Levin has asked, can we manage part-time and MIM together? By the way, MIM, for those who don't know, it's Masters in Management. So can we manage part-time and MIM together? Well, to be honest, the answer is yes and no. Why yes? Because MIM is one program which does not have a fixed schedule at all. It's something like you, from morning 8 o'clock to evening 8 o'clock, your classes can be at any time, any day of the week. Let's say my experience was, let's take Wednesday, for example. I have a lecture from 1 to 2 the whole day, nothing else. But this very next Wednesday, it won't be the same schedule. The very next Wednesday, it might be like I have a lecture at morning 8 to 9 and then one at 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock and then one in the evening 5 to 8. It can be anything. So you have to go and check with your part-time hiring employees once that are we allowed to have a flexible timing? Are we allowed to do it like the way how we feel it is prioritizable? Some employees will allow you to work after your education. Like let's say, after your school timing, like let's say your today is Monday or Tuesday, for example, and your lecture gets over by 5. They'll ask you to come at 6. And tomorrow, if your lecture gets over by 7, they'll ask you to come at 8. So some of them are adjustable, but some of them are not. Specifically considering MIM, because MIM is very prestigious program and it keeps you a little busy most of the time, but it's not impossible to do a part-time for sure because I managed one. I could see Deepak has asked a question that says, how is the climate there and how harsh it could become? Well, that's a very good question, to be honest. I'll answer that question to you. I arrived in the month of September. So when I arrived in the month of September, I actually didn't feel pretty cold or something. It was pretty normal. It was, let's say, 20 degrees or something. It was absolutely normal. But then from October, they said the winter is going to be there till February. But guys, trust me, it's May end right now and it's still 7 degrees in the night. And 5-6 degrees in India is different, 5-6 degrees in Europe is different. So my suggestion is, even if you guys are planning, the ones from Asia specifically, if you guys are planning to buy winter clothes from there and if you're thinking that it's going to help in France, guys, no, it's not possible. You have to buy winter clothes from France to help you manage the weather over here. Nirankar, you have asked me, do you talk in Hindi? Yes, Nirankar, I do talk in Hindi, but unfortunately we have people from multiple places have to speak in English so everyone can understand. I could see a person named Loyal, Heaux. I'm sorry, I don't know how you pronounce that, but okay. Which type of credit or forex card do you use? Well, when I came from my home country, I took a credit card that belongs to ICICI Bank back from my home country. And once I came to France, it's very, very important to have a bank account in France. So I prefer, if you guys are going to ask me which bank account to open, well, for me, I've been using two bank accounts in France. One is HSBC, one is Society General. Hassle-free, no tension, no additional charges. It's absolutely helpful, guys. So you guys can as well prefer it. It's a very useful bank account for sure. And guys, trust me, bank account is the very first thing you guys have to do when you come to France. That's the most important thing. Let me find more questions. Exotic Alan, you posted a question saying, is it hard for Indians to get a scholarship in medical college? Is it a public or private one, Alan? Can you answer that once for me? I'll just look back in the chat and find your question once more. Let me check more questions. Guys, you can keep posting questions. It's not an issue. Levin, you have asked, is it hard to get internship with knowing much French? So, without knowing much French. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something about me, guys. I have not told you much about me till now. So, by the way, I came to Paris in September 2022 and I'm a master's student at Skema Business School and I've chosen the Paris campus. So till now, I've completed only one semester and this like September 2022 to December 2022, I finished my first semester. Right after that, from January 2023 till December 2023, my school has given me an option to do something called as a gap year. So this gap year is meant for three purposes. One, use the entire year to work in internships. Two, travel around Europe. Well, many people prefer that as well. And three, make a mix of internships and traveling. Because in those 12 months, which is called as a gap year, which I am doing right now, you will have no classes. You have to go back to classes only from January 2024. That is my case. So what am I doing in this gap year? Well, from January till April, I was part of a Switzerland-based company. I worked as an intern, as a mergers and acquisition intern. Those from finance would be knowing that. M&A intern. So I worked there for 4 months and I got an extension to work there for 6 months now. So till June, I'm going to be part of that company. And one more good news is this, that starting from June, I got another internship, which is going to be in another country, which is in the border of France, that is Luxembourg. And I'm going to be working in Luxembourg for 6 months as well. So I have got my whole gap year filled with internships. Well, is it tough to get it without knowing French? Well, you guys could understand when I told that the first internship that I got was a Switzerland-based company. And the second one that I got was a Luxembourg-based company. So why isn't there a French-based company? Well, guys, I'm not saying it's impossible. I definitely gave a lot of interviews. 80%, I wouldn't say 100%, 80% of the companies, they require French. They definitely will ask for French. To be honest, even the company HR themselves will say this thing that it's not actually important that you guys should know French, because when working you speak English. But when you're talking within your employees or clients and everything, we need French. Your profile may be good, but we are very sorry. You'll find that sometimes that's the only reason which rejects you. So if you ask me, guys, I'm going to be giving you a very valuable point. Please look out for countries in the border of France as well when you apply for internships, specifically Luxembourg. It's a very good place to work. I hope I answered your question, Levin. Rosh Mohammed, I guess that's your name. I'm not sure. Can a MIM student do any internship while doing the program? Well, I'm the example for that. I just now told you my scenario. I'm still in my MIM program. I've completed only one semester till now, and I've got 1.5 years left in my program to do. And in the middle, I've taken a gap year for 1 year. So I'm doing I've got 2 internships. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Aditya. Hi bro, how is data science field in Paris? Plan to pursue higher studies and also job oriented. No doubt, technology is also a very good field, Aditya, for sure. And talking about Paris, yes, Paris is very good. No doubts at all. But one thing that you have to do specifically is, I'm going to answer your question in 2 parts. Make sure you check the ranking of your university first thing. Second thing is, please check if they are also teaching in English, if you feel French is not possible, because many technical universities prefer only French over English. So check that once. And when you're asking also job oriented, how is data science? Now this answer is for everyone who are listening. This is not like Asian countries, specifically like India and countries like that, because I come from India, I'm telling you that. Because jobs will not come behind you. And most importantly, the thing that makes this country different from, it makes France really different from India is, you have to be the one applying to companies, you have to be the one approaching companies, you have to be the one sourcing out companies. Your school will help you, your university will help you, they'll provide you lots and lots of options, no doubt about that. But no school will ever tell you this thing that if you take admission, you will get a job 100%. They'll only tell you will help you. So please understand that as a difference. All that matters is how much of initiatives you take from your side to do it. It's not a negative scenario. It makes you work harder. That's it. So I hope I answered your question, Aditya. Pragya, you've asked me, is ICICI credit card helpful to you there? Yeah, sure, yeah. ICICI credit card for sure, yes. And any credit card, it helps you. But if you're talking about a debit card, well, debit cards, you have to talk with your bank before moving from your country to ask them to allow international transaction, and also get to know what are the international transaction charges. Because when I was using my ICICI card, I think for every transaction it used to take 1% or sometimes 0.5%, 1% additional charges, just because it's an international card. And I hope I answered your question, Pragya. I will take the next question. Okay, Alan, you have mentioned private and public both. So, Alan, if I'm not wrong, your question was, is it hard for Indians to get a scholarship in medical college? So yeah, when you're talking about scholarships, you're all equal. There's nothing like it's only for public students, it's only for private students, nothing like that. If you guys can go and check out the highlights from yesterday's story, I pasted a link which is from Campus France website. That link has more than 400 scholarship opportunities. You guys can filter out, you guys can figure out which one is meant for you, which one is not meant for you. It's for everyone. Don't think it's not meant for you. It's like if you're a public student, it's nothing like that. You're open for anything, and irrespective of the course. Since you mentioned medical, it's irrespective. What are the documents required to create a bank account in France? Sorry guys, I guess there was an internet connection. Okay, problem. Okay, I guess it's fine now. What are the documents required to create a bank account in France? Good question. First day when you arrive, please go to the bank, figure it out. The documents you require is your passport, your visa, your accommodation proof, and also your Indian documents, like maybe since you're arriving for the first time, like if you're from India, then use your Indian identity card as well. If you're from a different country, every country has their own identity cards and everything. So you guys just need these 3 to 4 documents, and most importantly, your school admission letter, because they want to know if you're a student. And there's one more advantage for those who don't know. If you're opening a student account in France, a student bank account in France, most of the banks will provide you 50 to 80 euros. Some banks provide you 120 euros directly in your bank account just because you're a student and you're opening an account with them. So before arriving to your university or before arriving to France, check with your university once or check with your business school once with which banks they have a partnership. Sometimes these partnerships help you get these 100 euros additionally in your account for free. Deepak has asked, can you repeat those bank accounts and which SIM are you using? Sure. The bank accounts that I'm using is HSBC, and the other one is called Societe Generale. I'll spell it out for you. SOCIETE Societe Generale. And the SIM card I'm using, well, the SIM card, the name of the SIM card is Free, FREE. It's one of the best, most affordable one as well. And they have 3 plans, and the maximum plan is for like 20 euros a month. The one in the middle is like for 13 euros a month, which is what I'm using. And the smallest one is for 8 euros a month. So again, I'm telling you the name, it's Free. I'm going to go to the next question. I can see Shubhya has asked a question. Do you speak French? Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you truthfully, before coming to France, I just took up some courses on my own. I didn't go to any academy. I didn't go to any agency or something, nothing. Just YouTube. I'm giving the word as well, guys. It's only YouTube that I used. I used YouTube. I learned the basic level, manageable level. Grammatically, I learned the places where I got to use them. And I won't say I'm good at French. I'm only in the average level. I can get by. Like, I will not get stuck anywhere. I can get by. But sometimes, yes, I have to use my Google Translator. I have to use that sometimes. If you're in Paris, sometimes it's okay. But other cities in France, well, you have more, like only French people over there. So there you will require a little more French. But from my side, I'm just still in the learning curve, Shubhya. I can't speak fluently, manageable level. Alan, you've asked, is it hard to get a scholarship in private or public medical college? No, again, I'm telling you, Alan, there's nothing like, it's only meant for private schools. It's only meant for public, nothing like that. You can always do one thing. If you've got an admission, or if you're planning, like, let's say you have a target of 5 to 6 universities, mail them once directly. I'll tell you what I did. I before coming to France, I applied for. I had an idea that I want to come to France only if I get an admission in certain business schools. I had a list of 8 business schools that I wanted to come to, and luckily I got selected in all 8. But before coming to France, all those 8 business schools, before even putting the application, I wrote out a mail to them and asked them, can you let me know what are the scholarships that I might be eligible to if I'm going to be a student of this university? They sent me a list, and then you can check your eligibility for the same list. So what my suggestion would be is, make a list of universities or colleges that you want to be part of first. Open their website, put out a mail to them. Some universities have a internal scholarship, like I'm part of Skema Business School. So they gave me an internal scholarship of 3,000 euros. So you might as well be part of one. Manish, Mansi Shetty. As you said, you worked in Switzerland and Luxembourg. Were you required to apply for visa? Because I guess currently you have France student visa. Good question. So, the advantage of being part of the Switzerland company, first I'm going to tell you, is this, that they asked me to do a work from home only. So I was in Paris only, and I had an office based in Paris as well. So it was like 4 days in a week I work from home. One day I go to the Paris office. It's only like in Paris office we have only 3 or 4 people, but still the company is based out of Switzerland, but they had an office in Paris as well. But the Luxembourg one, okay, I'm going to tell you about this. Currently, guys, I'm not in Paris. Okay, I'm telling you that as well. I'm not in Paris. Like the last 3 to 4 days are holidays for me. So I came to this city which is closest to Luxembourg in France. So I'm staying in France, like it's in the border of France. The city name is Thionville. So since I'm staying in France, I don't have to apply for a work visa in Luxembourg. I'm staying in France. I'm going to Luxembourg. I'm planning to go to Luxembourg for work and then come back. So that is the idea. I hope that answers your question, Mansi. Nilil has asked me a question. Which are some affordable cities to stay in Paris? Nilil, I think your question is not framed rightly. Can you repeat your question once more? You have asked which are some affordable cities to stay in Paris. I mean, are you asking places in Paris, or I'm not sure what you're asking me. Is living in Paris very expensive? How can we get feasible accommodation in Paris? Okay, now I'm going to answer this question for everyone. Guys, if you think Paris is expensive, no doubt you're 100% right. Paris is expensive, but let me fill in the blanks. It is really expensive if you're 26 years and above. If you're below 26, it's really good, really, really good, because you have a lot of benefits. Every place you go, your student ID card will have a lot of value if you're below 26. Let's say France is a country which is known for a lot of, museums, public tourist visiting places and everything. Guess what? They are all free for students. There's no entry charge. On a normal basis, they are like charging 35 euros for entrance. But if you're below 26, free of cost for you. Similarly, transport facilities per month. If you're above 26, you have to pay 88 euros per month for accessing all the public transports. But if you're a student, it's only 38 euros a month. So I'm just telling you 2 examples. There are a lot more examples for students, just if you're living in Paris. So if you're 26 and below, I wouldn't say Paris is very expensive. How can we get feasible accommodation in Paris? Use websites like Studapart, which is pretty good, and they also act as a guarantor for you. And guarantor is pretty important in France, guys. Guarantor means someone who can take up responsibility, telling that, even if you don't pay the rent, they'll pay on your behalf. So it's a facility. You guys can check out Studapart. And I'll also tell you a website called Lebencoin. It's spelled as LEBONCOIN. And guys, I'll also tell you one more thing. Please check out Dimensions France as well. I'm going to paste the link in the chat as well. I've already pasted it on the first day of my student ambassador program. Couple of days back, if you guys can go to the highlights and check out my story, you'll find out Dimensions France has also given out their link. So you'll have a lot of accommodation facilities with them. They'll even help you process your application for it. Please have a word with them, guys. Is ICN Business School a reputed business school? I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to France, and when you're talking about business schools in particular, I wouldn't say that any business school is bad in France. France is a country known for its business schools, no doubt. But see, rankings is one thing. But one more thing, what I want you guys to specifically do is 3 things. When you're taking a business school, check out 3 things. Firstly, is it having international facilities? Second, do they have a program taught in English as well as in French? Third thing, what is their partnership level with companies outside? How many partnership universities do they have? These three criteria are very, very important for you to make a choice, because it really helps you to internationalize yourself, because no one gives you a job based on the school you come from. All they care about is how much are you different from your batchmates, irrespective of the school name. This is a personal suggestion I'm giving you guys. It's my experience as well. I'm going to go to the next question. Best college for master in French language. Vishal has asked me this. So Vishal, I'm really sorry, I'm not aware of this, but I can do one thing. If you can drop this same message in the chat, not over here, but in the private chat, so I can look it up for you and I can send it to you if that's okay with you. I can definitely do that for sure. Shivya, you've asked me, I've applied for many internships, but I didn't get anyone. Can you tell me some tips? Okay, Shivya, I'm going to be very honest with you, okay? I'll tell you honestly. In December, like my first semester was from September to December. And after that, there was an option for me to continue my second semester in January 2023 itself. But I didn't have any European experience in my profile. So I looked at this gap year facility and I took it. I didn't have an internship at that time. I didn't know how to apply for one. I didn't know anything. And I'm going to be honest with you. I applied for at least 300 to 350 internship, opportunities. That's a huge number, guys. That's a really huge number. And out of which 80% asked for French. So Shivya, there are 3 tips. Okay, I wouldn't say tips, but I'll tell you this is what I did. Doesn't matter if you're not getting replies, doesn't matter if you're not getting rejections, keep applying. Beyond a point, think like this, that what was my mindset? It was like this, that started applying in the month of October, November, went on applying, not a single acceptance for 2 months. And there were a lot of people like me who applied for the gap year. No one got any approval for internships. But right after that, October, November, people started quitting. They thought that it's not meant for me. What I did was I kept applying in December. Obviously, when people back out, it's less competition for you and more opportunities for you. So that's when I started getting more calls. So it's something like persistence helps. Okay. I wouldn't say that this is a trick for you to get that internship. It's not like that. So it's something like persistence really is an important factor. And guys, very importantly, know about the company that you want to apply to. It's not like I saw an opportunity and I'm going to apply for it. You should see, you have a profile. Everyone has a LinkedIn profile. Everyone has a resume. See which profile actually matches your description. See which profile actually is meant for you. Because when the person who's hiring you, when they see your profile and when they say it's completely irrelevant, they'll think there's only 2 things. That is, this person is not French, first of all. So why would I look at an irrelevant profile? Second thing is this person there just to get an internship opportunity? That person actually doesn't want to contribute. I don't think you want to create that kind of image. Second thing that I will tell you about finding an internship is look around. Okay. Make sure you look around other cities. Make sure you look around countries, specifically Luxembourg. I'm really happy that I got an internship in Luxembourg, guys, because it's one place where when I got selected for the interview, I had 5 rounds of interviews. So on the very first round, they asked me, do you know French? I said, I'm sorry, but no. I was disappointed thinking that internship is going to come to an end as well. But no, they told me that it's good that you don't know French because we want people who speak English. So that's an added advantage. Please, Shivya, try to apply for countries outside as well. When I say outside, make sure you apply near the border. So you can stay in France, work there. You cannot go to that country and work because if you're on a student visa, that's not possible. Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Yeah, sorry. Let me go back to the questions. And I'm very sorry, guys. Today is my first day I'm doing Instagram live. I myself am new to this, so I'm just trying to figure out certain things. Don't mind if I'm taking some time to filter out your questions. So there's another question which says, can you tell me what's alternance in France? Okay, that's a good question as well. Now, what is alternance? So alternance is it's a facility wherein you can work at the same time, also be part of like the initial, like let's take the role of HR for an example. So what they will do is you will be attending your classes as well, and at the same time you can also work in a company for some months. So you study, you work, you do both at the same time. It's like kind of an internship only, but it's like education plus internship at the same time. Levin, you've asked me, I have very little knowledge in French. Which city in France would be better for me to study and stay in? Levin, I'll tell you one thing. Don't look at it that way. Please don't look at it that way. Don't judge yourself based on what you know right now. What I'll suggest is everyone, take 40 minutes a day. Try to learn any level of French that you can, starting from the basics. Go ahead, guys. Don't decide to come to France thinking that, I don't know French, so this is the city that is meant for me. Nothing like that. People do speak English, okay? It's not that they don't speak English, just that they're not good at English. They won't be the best at English. They feel inferior when they're talking to you because you're good in English, and you will feel inferior in talking to them because they're good in French. So that's the only difference that you'll have between each other. So don't judge based on that level. The only thing I'll ask you to do is look for which school is good. See if that school has a teaching facility in English. Choose it, go ahead, and make sure it's an international school, because once it's an international school, French, it's not really important because you can manage with English as well. But guys, please learn French, okay? Because I'll tell you one thing, I have a lot of friends who chose to come to France and they now regret that, we shouldn't have come, and they feel it's a wrong choice. But I'm going to tell you one thing, it's not a wrong choice. Before coming to France, you already know French is going to be spoken here. If you are not coming prepared with French, it's not the mistake of the country. It's really not the mistake of the country. So you have to make sure that you make a little bit of initiatives. And guys, I'll tell you one thing. People in France are really, really helpful. Even if you don't know the language, even if you try to make out a sentence by practicing on your own, they will really encourage it, guys. They will never discourage. They will never laugh on your face. That's one way I learned French after coming to France. And one more thing. I got a really good suggestion from one of my friends after coming to France. Once you learned a little bit of French, and if you want to practice it by speaking, try to call all the customer care numbers. When you call the customer care numbers, you can talk to them slowly, because you can just talk anything to them. Try talking something like related. What I did was, the SIM card I got was free SIM card. I wrote down like 5 to 6 lines that I want to ask them, though I already know the answer to them, but I just wanted to talk to them in French, learn French. Like from when they are speaking, it's also important that we got to listen and understand what they're saying. It's not that only you speak out French and you don't understand what they're speaking. Use it like that, guys. Again, I'm telling you, Levin, please don't judge as to which city you have to be part of just because of your language skills. Paris has a lot of schools which teach you, which has English as well. So definitely Paris is a touristic city and you will have people from multiple nationalities for sure. Yeah. I'm going to go to the next one. Jay, you've asked, I've heard about student villages in Paris for accommodation. When you say student villages, what do you mean? Like student villages in the sense, do you mean dormitories or something like that? Or what do you mean, Jay? I'm sorry, I couldn't get what you're saying. There's a guy whose name, I'm not sure it's saying boy from Vintage Times. Tell me what's alternance. I'll definitely do that. Can you just do one thing? Can you just drop that question in the chat, and I will, in the private chat. So I will look up properly for it, and I will send you certain links as well for you, so that it'll be a little bit of a better understanding for you, because I'm not very, very clear as well on my side what exactly is alternance. I don't want to give you a very wrong picture of it. So you ask me privately and I'll send it out to you. That's not an issue. Sharon, is it possible to pay your tuition fee by doing part-time jobs? Depends. Okay, it completely depends on which university you get selected to. It completely depends on which business school you get selected to. Part-time jobs in France, like I'm telling the legal ones. The legal ones have to pay you 8.5 euros a month. And if it's Paris, you will still find them paying 8.5, but actually they're supposed to pay you 9.5 or something. So in a month, you would be roughly making around 700 to 800 on a minimum basis. You should be, because anything below that, it means they're not paying you the minimum wage level. And if you're working as a babysitter or something, maybe you might make up to 1,200, 1,300 a month. If you're really consistent and if your part-time job, like, let's say your hiring employee wants to have you for more than 8-9 months. Sometimes they want to have you only for 6 months or something. They want you to have like only 7-8 months. But sometimes they'll elongate your contract and they'll keep you for 12 months or maybe more than that. In that case, I wouldn't say you'll be able to afford your tuition fee fully, but at least 70%. And definitely you will apply for scholarships. I'm sure you might get 1 or 2 here and there. So here and there it might work out. I wouldn't say fully, but just here and there. Like I'll tell you what I'm doing. I have 2 internships right now. I'm saving up the money so that I can try to pay my fees partially. So since I'm being part of a business school, the business school fees are a little high always. They're like, my business school charges me 30,000 euros for 2 years. I got a scholarship of 3,000. So it's 27,000 euros. 13,500 for the first year, 13,500 for the second year. So that's how it goes for me, guys. So I'm trying to save my money and I'm trying to work on it. Manit has asked me a question: are public universities in Paris a good option for international MBA? Okay, I'll tell you one thing, okay? Leave this word public universities. I'm going to tell you something in general. MBA and MIM. MIM is Masters in Management. Guys, France is a very, very good country to pursue management. No doubt. No doubt on that at all. France, I'm sorry guys, I don't know why there's a small connection glitch. I'm really sorry. So France is a very, very good country to pursue any course in management. But I'll tell you one thing again and again. Don't have this mindset that if I've got into this business school, if I've got into this MBA program, it means I have a job in hand. Can you can you tell me which university or business school ever gives you an offer letter when you get selected telling that, you will get a job for sure? No. So education wise, every business school in France is very, very good. You'll find most of them are triple accredited. Most of them have very good accreditations, very good rankings. But it also matters how much you do additional from your classmates. I'll tell you honestly, when I was part of my first semester, everyone does the same course that you're doing. Everyone does the same subjects that you're doing. So why would an employer want to actually hire you? So what you actually do different for that is do courses, do extra education. Your profile and your classmates' profile are going to be exactly the same. Then why would they hire you? You got to do something additional. And that's where schools in France have a very beautiful feature. That's why I told you, even if there are lectures like only 2 lectures a day or something, you have the entire day free. Use it to learn courses, use it to learn additional stuff, make your profile more valuable. So international MBA or any MBA program or MIM program, they're all very good, guys. They're all really, really good. But how much are you using it? How much additionally are you doing along with it is the only thing that will make you different. Otherwise, it's not going to make you any different at all. I'm sorry, there's a question which says, are Prodigy loans safe? I'm really sorry, I'm not aware of that. But can you just type this question once to me in the private chat? I'll look it up for you, and if you want, I can answer that to you. Oh, there's a question which says, how much do you pay for your rent? Okay, I want to tell everyone one more thing. How much do I pay for rent? So rent as such, I'm paying when I was in Paris, I used to pay 700 euros per month. The average living cost for, rent wise, if you ask me, it will be from 550, and it can go up to 1500 as well. That's not a big deal, but 550 to 750, please prefer that range if you're looking for an affordable one. There's one more thing when it comes to rent. 95% of the accommodations in France, they are all supported by a facility called CAF. I think most of you would be knowing about it. CAF, CAF. So what happens is up to 30% of your monthly rent, the government will pay on your behalf. So let's say I was paying 700 euros per month. So every month after paying the rent, I used to get 150 euros back in my bank account as a reimbursement. So sometimes if you're paying 550, I've had friends who used to pay 550 per month and they used to get CAF of 120 euros a month. So it depends on where you stay, whether it's a studio or whether it's an accommodation where you're sharing with 2 people, 3 people. Based on that, your CAF depends. I could see Mansi's question. Can you please tell me about visa extension process while you're in your gap year? What documents do I need to submit to the prefecture? You need when you come to France, you'll have a document that is called as OFI. Yeah, it's called as OFI. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. Again, there's a small connection glitch. Let me just So you will have that OFI document, which that is like once you get your visa, guys. When you get your visa, you'll arrive in France. When you arrive in France, they'll ask you to apply for a particular, they'll give you a link in the visa itself. When they give you the visa, they'll give you a link as well, telling you that once you arrive in France, make sure you go and activate that. When you activate that, you'll get a small document that is called OFI. That document is required, your passport, your visa, your last 6 months, where were you staying for your, where were you staying, your accommodation proof, and your school contract, how long it is for, like, let's say you have still 1 year left, provide the proof for it. And you have to show 615 euros per month. So for a year, it would be around 7,000 euros, 7,500 euros. You have to show that much account in your bank balance. So these documents are more than enough. And additionally to all this, there's one particular document that you need. That is, it's called as e-photo. Now this e-photo is something like you'll have a lot of photo booths in Paris and in other cities in France as well. You got to go there, you got to get a picture. It's like 4 euros. So once you get that e-photo, you will also get a number along with it. Now that number is required. When you submit your documents for visa extension, that number is required. Let's find the next one. There's a question from Dhruvi which says, can we have a freelancing income coming in from different countries while staying in France on a student visa? Well, this is not up to me to tell you this. It depends on the company which is hiring you, if they are actually willing to give you a freelancing income if you're a student in France, because some companies do, some companies do not. So you have to check with them. So on a general basis, I cannot answer this question. It's not like you're a student in France, so this country can send it to you, that country can. No, it's not like that. It depends from company to company. Please check it out once with them. There's someone who's asking me this question: are Prodigy loans safe? Can you please drop a message of this in the private chat, not over here, like in the Instagram DMs or something, so I can look it up for you and I can guys, one more thing, in case I don't know an answer, I'll tell you over here, so you guys can drop a message in the private chat in the DMs and I can look it up for you and I'll get back to you for sure. There's another question which says, When are the holidays in France in respect to when I can work 40 hours as a student? Okay, so holidays in France, there's a very huge summer break, very, very huge summer break. That is starting from May and it goes up to August end. So 4 months, May, June, July, August, 4 months. More, there are chances that, employees can ask you to work for 40 hours as a student because you don't have classes to attend and maybe you might be doing double shifts and something like that. One more important thing is the Christmas break. Starting from December second week, it goes up to January second week. So at that time, it's a very big holiday season and definitely you'll be paid double of your salary as well for most of the part-time jobs. Vansh CL has asked me, how long have you been in France? I came in September 2022, so that makes it, I guess, end of 9 months almost for me right now. Levin has asked, can I start a startup while doing my master, or is there any way to start a business of my own while studying? I'm really sorry, Levin. I am not aware of that. I'm extremely sorry. I actually have no idea on that. I never thought in that angle. Dhruvi has asked me, what is the eligibility criteria for CAF? Well, everyone's eligible. As long as you're a student of some business school, or as long as you're a student, that's all that matters. If you're an international candidate and if you're a student, that's all the criteria. There's no other criteria for it. Lakshmi Usha has asked me, do you know about BSBI college in Paris? No, I'm not aware of that, BSBI college. But Lakshmi, the same thing, you can drop a private message for me. If you want an answer, I can look it up for you. I'll try to look it up and I'll let you know. But you can drop a message in the DMs. How much do I pay for rent? In Paris, I was paying 700 euros, guys, per month. What about someone who has a member family in France? So what exactly is your question in this? Yeah, I mean, it's good if you have someone in France. If you have a member family in France, it's good. Like you can stay with them as well. You can show their accommodation as your proof of stay and everything. But what exactly do you want me to ask? What about them staying in France? I'm not able to understand. Can you let me know once? Mansi Shetty has asked, so along with 7,000 euros that I need to show for 1 year living expense, do I also need to show tuition fees for... Okay. 1 year, you just have to show two things. When it's coming to expenses, you have to show your 1 year tuition fee and your 1 year living cost. That's it. It's up to you if you want to show your entire course duration expenses. But what is actually expected is 1 year tuition fee and 1 year living cost. That's it. I also have a CDI contract with a company in France. If you have a CDI contract, then you have to submit that as well. For sure, because there is an option which asks you, are you a student or are you an employee? You have to choose which one you come under. Sharon has asked me, I just completed BBA. Can you suggest me a good business related course? Well, Sharon, first question, before me suggesting something to you, I have to ask you this thing, that which particular area of management are you interested in? Because management is a huge field. You have operations, you have finance, you have marketing, HR, consulting, and the list goes on. You have to first tell me what exactly is your area of interest. Then I can try to help you in that. That's not an issue. So, have I got more questions? Jay has asked, how many levels of French should I learn before coming to France? Because I have 4 months of time. Good question. So, okay, now I'll tell you a very good answer for this. If you just want to study in France and go back, A1, A2 is enough. A1 level, A2 level is enough. But if you're looking for part-time jobs, if you feel that I want to do an internship in France, maybe look for jobs in the future, try to study up to B1, B2 level, guys. I'm not saying that at the time you come to France, you should know B1, B2, because at the time when you're coming to France as a student, obviously you're not going to go for a job. But you will still have time. But B1, B2 is expected out of you. For sure. Because, and when I say B1, B2, I'm telling about your level of speaking and your level of listening, not about reading and writing. Reading and writing is important, no doubt, but you're going to be talking to people, right? So that's where you should be a little smart enough. Have I got more questions? If I have B2 level French, can I easily get a part-time job in McDonald's, Subway, or some other fast food chain? Very easily, no doubt. B2 level in speaking, because obviously McDonald's and all these things require you to speak. So if you can speak very easily, let's say you're asking me how long would it take me to get a part-time? I would say not even a month. If you know B2, then no doubt. It says in CAF they sent you reimbursement of 225 to 250 euros, I think, in Paris. No. I told you, right? It depends. It is up to 33%. They can send you any amount. Like my rent was 700, but if I was in a studio, I would get 33%. But I was not staying in a studio, I was staying in a flat, so I will get slightly lesser. So I got around 150 euros. Deepak, I guess I already answered your question. I'm paying 700 euros a month. Let me see if you have any other question. Levin, you have asked me, can we travel in all the Schengen countries as a student? Very, you're most welcome for it. France is in a continent like Europe where you have visa access to 26 countries. So all the 26 countries are your home. You can go for any number of months, travel as a student. I've been to Belgium. I've been to other cities in other cities in France, Luxembourg. So I haven't got much time to travel around because I was part of an internship and everything, but you're most welcome to travel, guys. And best thing is, no one even asked for your passport. That's what happened with me. I went to Belgium, I came to Luxembourg, no one even asked my passport till date. It's in my bag, safe and sound, but it's absolutely not asked for at all. Is there a benefit if someone has a member of family there about expenses of university? No. There isn't anything like that. The only benefit you will have is your personal benefits. That is, you might not have to pay rent. You just have to stay with them. Expenses of university, well, there's no benefit for that actually. And it's only personal benefit. There's no generalized benefit for people who are having a family in France. Let's see if I got more questions. This Nissina has, oh, bonsoir. Wow, you do know French. Yeah, hello, good evening. It's evening for you almost, but it's still afternoon for me. So good afternoon from my side. You're asking if I speak French. Well, I'm really sorry. I have to speak in English over here, but if you have any doubts, please put it out in the personal DMs in French. I'll get it translated and I'll try to help you with your doubts. So I don't see any more questions, guys. Is there anything else you would want to learn about, or is there anything else you want to ask about? Feel free to ask your questions, whatever it is. Okay, I got one more question which says, are there communities or groups who help us learn French? Well, there's a particular website which is called as Tandem. So that is a website where people, what they do is, let's say you are a person who knows English and there's a person who knows French. So it's something like you both can talk with each other wherein you will teach them English and they'll teach you French. So something like that. That's what I've heard about. And obviously, communities or groups, it's not a very big deal to find that in France. It's like you can always find your own university having groups or let's say activities. In my school, there is a facility where there's a club which collects all the international students and they all mingle with each other and they talk in different languages so everyone can learn the other language. I got another question which says, to studying in English, will it be more expensive than French? No, nothing like that. It's just your choice. English is one option, French is one option. You can choose which one, but the fees is the same. There's no change in that. Got a question which says, may I know how the exams and assessment pattern in France? Is it really tough? No, Sharon, there's nothing like that. See, pattern, and I'll tell you how the assessments are. Sharon, I think you're from India. I'm not sure, but I think you should be. So if you're talking about education in France, it's like, first of all, not all subjects will have an exam. Second thing, even if they have an exam, no subject has an exam which tells you that, 100% of your grade is given from this exam. Nothing like that. You will have exams for 40%, 50%, 60% of your weightage, your assessments, assignments, your class presentations, all these things will add up to another 50%. I've had a lot of friends who didn't clear their final exam, but just because they cleared their assessments and everything with 50%, they passed the exams. They passed the subjects. So is it really tough? Well, that depends on you, how much of efforts you take. And because in France, from what I've seen, questions are not always like book oriented. They are more practical. They are more application based. You have to think from like this, that I'm telling about B schools. I'm not sure about universities, but in B schools, you have to put yourself in that situation. And most of the questions are like, what would you do in that situation? That's why you use the course knowledge and all that stuff. There's a question which says, do you think GED is acceptable as a qualification? Can you please tell me what is GED? I'm really sorry, I'm not aware. Can I spell that website? Website for what, Levin? Sorry. There's a question which says about ECEMA. What is that? I'm sorry. Can you elaborate? Lakshmi is asking, what is the availability of job after, I guess she's asking after your education. I'm going to take you back again to what I told you a few minutes back. I'm going to tell you the same thing. No business school or no university in France tells you that, when you get an admission with us, we'll give you a job. Nothing like that. But job market is fantastic. Okay. There are lot of opportunities, but 80% of them will ask for French if you're looking for France. But once you're looking for a full-time job, you're eligible to apply anywhere in the world. It's not that only France is your border. You have the entire world, because more than 70 to 80% of the companies which are even in the other countries, they will sponsor your visa if they are taking you for a full-time job. Because when you're applying for a full-time job, it means you're going to permanently work for them. So they will apply visa on your behalf as well. So what I will suggest is, degree over here is very valuable, no doubt. Using that degree, you explore, use your options and find jobs. No doubt Europe has great job market, but you're eligible to apply anywhere you want. But when it comes to job market, what is really important is how much of determination and persistence you have without giving up to keep applying for jobs. That's the most important thing, because many of them quit because they feel that, this is not meant for me. I've also felt that challenges a lot of times, because I've got rejected many times when people told me I don't know French. But I didn't give up, at least, so I kept trying. So if you ask me, from my personal opinions, I will say You have a lot of opportunities because I kept trying, and that's why I was able to get two internships. Let's see if we have more questions. ECEMA Lyon campus. I'm not aware of that school. I'm really sorry, but you can text me in the DMs. I'll look it up for you and I can let you know about it. That's not an issue. Lyon, as such as a city, is very good. It's very beautiful, very touristic, no doubt. It's one of very affordable cities for students to live in as well. Angelin has asked me what is apprenticeship, how to get it. So, okay, I'm not very sure about it because I haven't taken that, but I can tell you from what I know. There's a facility like that in my school as well. What exactly is apprenticeship is something like in my school, how they teach apprenticeship is like this, that in your second year, M2, what they say, M1 is your first year, M2 is your second year. In your M2, you'll be working with a company, and at the same time you'll be doing a course as well, and most of the apprenticeships are in French. So it's something like you'll be working at the same time and also doing your education at the same time. The only difference will be like, only if you get an intern, I mean, let's say a company hires you, and then only you will, it's something like your entire second year, 6 months, let's say a company has taken you as an intern or something. You have to work there as well, study here as well. Only if you get an internship at the same time, and if you study, that is called as an apprenticeship, and you'll be graduating only if you complete both together. So this is all I know about apprenticeship, but I can look up more for it and I can let you know. Please drop a message in the DMs. I'll definitely look it up for you. Let's see more. When should we apply for CAF? The minute you arrive in France and the minute you get your accommodation contract, your bank account, your mobile number, your SIM card and everything, within 20-25 days, when you get all these things, go for it. The earlier you get CAF, the better. What is the situation of jobs availability in France? When you're talking about the major cities like Paris, Lyon, Montpellier, Bordeaux, Marseille, all these major cities, lot of options, no doubt, lot of options. But yes, French. If you're asking in France, well, 80% of them will ask for French for sure. Guys, just give me 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. You will definitely have a lot of job opportunities in France. I'm telling about the major cities because certain cities in France, from my opinion, they're only for tourism. It's not for jobs at all. But French, if you're looking for a job inside France, French, please learn French, guys, like at least up to B1, B2. You'll definitely have a lot of value. When I say B1, B2, it's not for the sake of scoring marks, it's for the sake of interacting with people. There's a huge difference. Some people study B1, B2 only to score marks. No, it's not the case. You need to know how to speak. That's what matters. What's your opinion about Paris School of Business? It's a very good business school, no doubt. It's a very good business school. As I already told you, all business schools in France are very good. They are all accredited, they are all very well ranked, they are all definitely in the top list. But what really matters is how you use their tools. There are, as I told you, 3 criteria you have to see before choosing a business school. Are they internationalized? Do they have a course in English? How much of partnerships do they have with other companies around or other countries around? This is very important from my perspective. Project management course in France, very good program. Project management is something which is nowadays in France is very much related to management consulting as well as a career. And management consulting, guys, it's a very high paying job, no doubt. It's a very, very high paying job. Have we got more questions? Manit has asked, what about cruise? Crous. Well, cruise, for those of you who don't know, it's a type of an accommodation. It's an accommodation provider as well. You can always send out a mail to cruise, ask them if they have accommodations open. Cruise accommodations are the most affordable ones in France, and it's a government-based ones. So it's very good, but the availability is always less because people always book it and it's always empty. I mean, it's always fully booked. So I would suggest that, you reach out to them at the earliest. Should you apply for cruise after your offer letter or no, or like for the purpose of visa? After your offer letter, yes, you have to do it, because for the purpose of visa, they'll ask for an accommodation proof. So by your visa time, you all should have an accommodation. So you should try to contact them before your visa. Ashna is asking me, do you think it's worth studying in a grand école like Grenoble, or is it same if I go to a lower ranked public university? Ashna, like I cannot answer this question by telling you Grenoble is good in terms of money, in terms of fees. I will not tell you like that. If I was in your position, I would only see, as I already told you, three things. Is it internationalized? Does it have a lot of partnerships? And does it have a course in English? This is all that I would see. In my eyes, if that feature is there, all business schools are good for me. So Grenoble obviously is a tick for all these things. So in my eyes, Grenoble is obviously a good one. But I will never compare Grenoble with a lower ranked university or something like that, because Grenoble is a very good ranked school, no doubt. Grenoble is among the top 10 in France. So it's very good. Where am I from? Well, I'm born and brought up in the southern part of India, but I've been living in the northern part in Delhi for last 8 years. I'm really sorry, but about GED, I'm really not aware. This is the first time I've looked up for it, so I'm really sorry. Where am I located? So basically, I was a student in Paris, but currently for the last 3 to 4 days, I've come to a city which is in the border of France because I have an internship in Luxembourg starting from mid of June. So I'm in the border of France, staying at a city called Thionville. Yes. I don't think I've got any more questions. So, guys, it's been an hour, and I guess I've taken up pretty much of your questions. I hope I've answered them all to you. Okay, I've got one more from Sharon. Can you tell me your opinion about MSc International Management course? International management courses are always advantageous because the very first thing I like about that course is you are going to be in an exposure of, like, people from multiple perspectives, multiple countries, nationalities, and it's a very interesting program as also because it's one thing that connects the whole management world together. So it's a very good program, and definitely it's one program which has scope in all parts of the globe. So that's definitely an advantage. How good is Audencia Business School? Well, Aditya, it's a very good business school, no doubt. It's in the city of Nantes, and Nantes is a very peaceful city, quiet city, but very, very good school. Audencia is very good ranked as well. I also got selected there, Audencia, so it's definitely a very good one. Yes, sure. You can DM me. I'll definitely help you for sure. No doubts at all. Please DM me. I'm there till June 1st, guys. So please put out your doubts. Whatever I know, I'm definitely going to share. In case I'm not aware of it, I'll try to look it up and let you know as well. What is my opinion about Global MBA? Okay, the GMBA program. Well, my opinion about Global MBA is first check out if you actually have work experience, and because work experience is kind of a small criteria that they might require, at least the good schools which provide you GMBA. So I would suggest, if you're looking for GMBA, MBA and MIM are always good as well. So you don't have to stick with GMBA alone, but if you have work experience, it's no worries at all. You can go for it. So guys, I don't see any more questions. So we'll do one thing. I'll stop the live session for now, maybe. If you guys still have doubts or something, please feel free to reach out to me. Please text me, in the DMs. I'm still available. I'm really sorry. I might have to close right now because I also, I think I answered almost all your questions. I don't think I missed out. Okay, I've got two more. I'll take them as well. Average salary after MIM 11. It depends on the program. Okay, it completely depends on the program. If you're a finance student, you might get around 45 to 55 as a starting. If you're marketing, 40 to 50 as a starting. It all depends on the program that you start. It's completely on the program. So guys, I'll stop the video. So I hope it was informative. Do let me know how it was. Do let me know if you want me to cover out more sessions, or let's see, I'll still be available, guys, till June 1st. So drop out your messages. I'll always be there to help you. It was very, very helpful, guys. Knowing about you as well, it's an amazing thing. I'll be in touch with you guys. All the very best for all of you. Looking forward to see you in France, guys. All the best.